Hi everyone, I'm Lene Gehrig and I'm here with my cameraman Houston, and this is Paper Wishes Weekly Webisode, and today I have some really fun stuff to bring you from Hunkydory, so come play with us. So today's Hunkydory kit is called Amethyst Dreams, a shimmering silk luxury topper collection. That sounds really fancy. I love that Hunkydory gives you idea sheets at the very front on the cover, and it gives all these little inspirations for things to make. And I use them when I'm being inspired to make cards to show for Webisodes. So definitely take a look at those. And this kit is Amethyst, so it's all these wonderful, deep, rich purple colors. And let me tell you what you're going to get. You're getting 8 card toppers, and they're die-cut card toppers. But what's great is you're getting 4 different ones, 2 of each. So let me show you. So there's 2 of this beautiful rose topper, 2 with the butterflies, 2 with these beautiful swans, would just be gorgeous for like special occasions, weddings, showers, birthdays, and then 2 with these beautiful like special occasion fancy shoes and this gorgeous ball gown and this really fun mask. I love this one. I did a card with this, I'll show you later. So you get 2 of each. So what I love about this is when you find a particular image and you're like, oh, I love this one, I have to make one really special card. You know how you kind of save that one and you wait and see what you're going to make with it. Now you don't have to worry about that because you have 2. So as per usual, these are foil edged. I love all the foil that Hunkydory does on their die cut images. I love that they're very easy to just pop out and work with, just a little foam tape and you're good to go. So let me give you the statistics on these. You get these 8 sheets, 2 of each, and there's 112 silver foil, and also with this set has a pearl finished die cuts. So that's pretty amazing. I love that. And now let's get to the actual adorable, scoreable cardstock that comes with the Hunkydory kits. So once again, you're getting 2 of each of these, so you don't have to reserve your favorites, okay? I love that you get 2 of each kind. So you're getting 8 printed ones that have pearlescent finish on them, and then you're getting 8 more that have foil accents on them, okay? So you're getting 2 of this one, 2 with this beautiful rose, and look at that deep purple tapestry, 2 with the swans, and this has really beautiful foil accents on it. Oh, look at these butterflies, are so beautiful. See if you can see the shimmer on that. Thanks Houston for going in on that one. And this one, what I love about this one is it's got 2 borders on opposite ends, so I can make my card this way, cut this part off, use it for a card, and then use the other one. Okay, so you're getting 2 of those. And look at all that beautiful foiling, that silver foiling that's on there. Here's another beautiful rose border. And this I don't know if you can see this, but this is just this really pretty pearl color, and then it's got a pearl finish on it. This background is really beautiful. There's another one with beautiful butterfly motif and beautiful swans. So once again, you're getting 2 of each of these sheets, okay? So let me show you, I'm gonna start off with this card that I was talking about before with this beautiful mask, which I love. And for this card, I made a easel card with it, which I love. I love to make easel cards because they're pretty dramatic, but they're really, really easy to make. So let me give you a reminder about how easy the easel card is to make. So for your base, I just took a regular blank white card. This one was 6.5 inches long and 5.5 inches wide, and then I cut it into a 5-inch square. Okay, so I just cut away a little bit. Now I have my 5-inch square, and the only thing I need to do is open this card to make my easel, base, and I'm folding the top edge to the center fold, and then just crease it. Okay, there you go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some cardstock like I did here in a square, and that's going to go right on the top here. And then I decorated that, and I added these really beautiful fancy border dazzles, which I'll show you here. And you get this wonderful pack of fancy border dazzles, and I chose the white. Let me see if I can show it here. Where's the white one? There it is. This beautiful white lace. And it has all these really beautiful designs on it. See if I can catch the light. There we go. Thanks, Houston. And I used one of those along the top and the bottom edge. Now, let me give you a little tip on this. I added this dazzle before I put it on the card. So I added the dazzle and I trimmed it even with this adorable scoreable cardstock edge. I went ahead and I trimmed that on each side. Then I glued this square to just the bottom half of my easel. Okay, my little glue is coming off there. So that when I open it, when I lay it flat, it just looks like a normal card. But when the recipient opens it, they're like, oh, what's happening? Look, wow. And they just set it right back there. So the inside of the card, I just did a little border, and then I made sure and I foam taped this area so that it would raise up and give that top edge something to just grab onto. Okay, so let's talk about what I did on the front of the card. So I used that beautiful mask, okay, and then I also used both frames. So there's two frames here nested inside of each other. So this frame is my outside frame, and then I used this little thin silver frame, and I put that on point, so it was just a little different. And then I used some sparklets, embellishments, and I glued those just sort of in clusters right around my card at opposite points. And to glue those on, I use the Cosmic Shimmer glue, which I love. This stuff is just the best stuff when dealing with sparklets. I would highly recommend that. And so I just glued some sparklets here, here, and a couple little here. And then of course I just put a little grosgrain bow right there. Okay, so you can go ahead and see this card a little more closely in our gallery, and it also has a supply list that you can refer to so you know where to get all of these items. Okay, let's go on and I'll show you my next card. All right, now this particular card, it's actually quite large in comparison to the first easel card. And what I did with this is I went ahead and I used a full piece of the adorable scoreable. Let me grab the one I used here. Oh, here we are. Okay, so remember this one, I loved the fact that it had borders at the top and the bottom edges. And I went ahead and I used my bone folder, and I scored the center of the cardstock so that I could easily fold it. If you don't score it ahead of time when you try to fold the cardstock, it's going to get a really wrinkly, kind of a strange edge on it. So I would definitely encourage you to score it first. And then I added some of the silver, beautiful, fancy border dazzles there. And then let me find the one I used. Here we go. I used this particular image of these beautiful butterflies, and it's got both of these frames, 1, 2 frames, and then the oval with the butterflies. And I just glued down the one frame and then did the other frame in the opposite direction, and then foam taped the oval butterfly here. And if you can see, if we can come in on this one a little closer, can you see here that I've added a couple more of these little sparklets right on there. And this particular collection is the jellyfish sparklets, which I just love. Okay, so I wanted to show you on this next thing, I'm actually gonna build a card right here while we're filming. For those of you who have never used a Hunkydory kit before, I wanted to show you how easy it is to build a card. Okay, so we're gonna put this one aside. And the first thing I do is I grab one of my adorable scoreable backgrounds, and I think about how I'm going to cut it up, what I'm going to use it for. So I've already pre-cut some pieces, so you can see I cut the swans from here, and then I cut from what's left, I cut on this side, cut out, so 2 rectangles, okay? And I cut them so that I could center them on my blank white card, which was 6.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So I cut this cardstock to about 6 1/4 to 4 3/4. Okay, so I did that for both. So I have both a horizontal card and a vertical card here. Okay, and you can see where I got those. All right, so we'll just move this out of the way. All right, and so then I have my sheet of die cuts. And I really haven't planned any farther than what I've shown you. So let's see, which ones am I going to use? All right, I really love to use the big main focal one. But that's a nice vertical one, but I've already got my swan here. So why don't I go with this one? And this kit says on the front cover that you can make, what does it say? You can make at least 16 cards. I think that is really, really conservative. I think you could easily make twice that. And let me show you why. They give you, Hunkydory is so great about giving you lots of artwork printed on their cardstock and all of these extra die cuts, okay? So for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and lay my card out, and I could do the swan here. And, this is hard to pick up. May Your Dream Takes Flight, which I thought was great. I'll take that one. And you'll notice, I don't know if you can zoom in on this one, Houston. You'll notice when you punch these out that they have a little bit of these, I don't know, what do we call these? Do we call these little like chinks or whatever to hold these in place for your die cuts? And what I do is I just take my finger and I just rub them over that little area, and it just takes care of them. And if you don't, I find that my card looks a little fuzzy. Has little fuzzy edges on it if I don't take care of that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right here, and then you'll notice on my sheet I also have this wonderful border. And this one you do have to cut a little bit to get it off. Okay, so I would take my border and put it right along the top edge. And notice how I'm kind of laying everything out before I foam tape and glue it down. And that way I'm not really committed until I'm really satisfied with it. Okay, so I'm going to put that right about there, that about there. I think I'm going to bring my border down a little bit. I could even bring it down any farther, overlap that. Overlapping these elements, I think, just gives it a little more texture and a little more quality. All right, now we're going to take this little butterfly and put it right there. All right, really cute little card. And now look at all that I have left. I've made a card, all that I have left on this die cut sheet, okay? And bonus, remember this one, we had 2 of these. So I have plenty of images left to go ahead, and this one has already got this beautiful artwork on it. So I could just take one of my silver borders, okay, from these dazzles. And remember, we're going to put this across our cardstock before we glue it down, and that way you can trim that off. Okay, turn it over so it's a nice clean edge. Now I'm going to save that because I'm going to definitely use that later. Here we go. And then take another greeting. And put it right there. And then don't forget to, you can also put more greetings, because there's so many that you have, and you could definitely do an especially for you down here. And then what I would do is I would just take a little bow of, a nice little ribbon bow, and put that right there next to that greeting. And then you've got two beautiful cards, and you've still got all of this left. Okay, so you see what I mean? These just really go a long way. Now, before we go, I do want to tell you that this particular kit, the Amethyst kit, is in very low quantities. In fact, our buyer wanted me to tell you that the Amethyst, we have the last inventory on the planet, and that our inventory is very limited. So I would start ordering now and get yours before these run out. As you can see, this kit is really beautiful and really versatile. So thanks for joining me today.